Good evening, good evening, good evening. How are you? So listen, today has been a super crazy, busy day. Who's that? Hey, Brandy. This is where, guys, I did like a podcast today. I did some Zooms today. I did some clients today. Did some videos today, some promotion today, emails, calls, fax, texts. Uh-oh. Hold on my phone. There we go. And now I'm on here. So I want to talk to you guys about something you guys have been asking me about, and that is passive income. So let me tell you why I wanted to jump on here. So first of all, I didn't have a chance to upload my video. Hey, who's that? Marcy? I didn't get a chance to upload a video because I've been running around all day like crazy. But I actually said that this would be better live. So I hope you guys got a notebook and pen. And let me tell you why I'm doing this particular video today. Because I do a lot of videos on business credit, personal credit. But I'm really starting to figure out that when I speak to you guys, hey, love, when I speak to you guys, you really don't have, a lot of you don't really have a credit issue. Like you have some credit issues, some business credit issues, but guess what? They're usually the result of an income issue, right? Like, come on, somebody. A lot of times, having credit cards that are overutilized or having, late payments or collections or things of that nature are actually a result of having an income issue. And actually, I just recently did a jump start with an amazing couple. And it was all because sometimes you have bad investments. Come on, somebody. Sometimes there's things that don't pan out. And not having enough income is actually what creates the credit issues. So I said, let me get to, the root cause. Somebody, the root cause, right? And so in today's live, right, and I wrote a list because it's late and I want to stay on track because y'all know how y'all are. Y'all always get me off track. It's your fault, right? And so I wrote a list of some things I want to cover with you guys and also some ideas, okay? Go get a notebook, go get a pen. And I mean it because I'm going to rattle off a bunch of ideas, a bunch of numbers, and even some websites, guys. So this live right here is going to be worth like 10,000, six figures to you if you actually execute. Come on, somebody. And real quick, before I even jump into it, guys, my live Zoom training, February 15th, how to build business credit in 30 days. February 22nd, how to increase your personal scores quickly. Now, why? And guys, please like this live and share it to your social media so we can bless some people, okay? Now, why am I doing those Zooms? Because a lot of times on my videos, it's a lot of information, right? Even in my course. And you guys say, Terry, how can I work with you? How can I work with you? How can I work with you? Yes, you can do a one-on-one session, but it's a little bit of a higher investment. So guys, the live Zoom trainings are live with me directly. There's going to be slides. And I'm going to take a limited amount of people because it's a Zoom. I'm going to allow time for Q&A. I've done it for a couple of months. And I've been tweaking it. And so I think this is like maybe the third time because of request, because I couldn't fit everybody in the other Zooms. And people have been having great results. So get in while you fit in, because as soon as it's sold out, I close it off. Okay, guys? And who's that? Doc. So where y'all from? I see Love Joseph. Hey, Love. Where y'all from? Y'all, what time of day is it there? It's 10 something here. And so, guys, so let's jump right in. So, guys, hey, Delaware, come on, Delaware, you right near me. Florida, come on. So, passive income, guys, LA, Maryland, come on now. So, what I want you guys, before we even jump into passive income, Baltimore, I love Baltimore. I'm about to come to Baltimore for the Baltimore Comedy Factory. I love comedy shows. South Carolina, come on, Hawaii, Virginia, yes, y'all, get a notebook, get a pen, okay? Because one of the ways to build wealth is what? Multiple streams of income. Write it down. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care if you make 6 figures, 7 figures. I don't care. One stream of income is not enough. Look, how many bills do you have? Come on. If you have 5 bills, why are you trying to pay it on one stream? If you have 10 bills, why are you trying to pay it on one stream? If you have 15 bills per month, why are you trying to pay it on one stream of income? Guys, the way to build wealth is hands down multiple streams of income. Right? There's that stat that the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. Now, are all 7 streams going to be big? Not even for me are they all big, right? I have some streams that are big. I have some streams that are like $1,000 a month, $500 a month, $3,000 a month, right? But because I have multiple streams, it all adds to my bottom line. And what does that mean? Lifestyle and freedom. Come on, somebody, lifestyle and freedom. So everybody, while you're on here, the very first thing I want you to think about is how many streams of income do you currently have? This is a whole live, like free masterclass on the Dome, okay? How many streams of income do you currently have? And mind you, if you're a self-employed entrepreneur, I'm a self-employed entrepreneur, say you're an investor. Well, that one LLC, that one thing is one stream of income. Now, if you diversified, right, because I have 20 streams of income, then you maybe if you're a real estate investor and you have 5 properties and each property is cash flowing, then you may have 5 streams of income. So let me say this right here, guys. 7 streams of income does not mean you have 7 different businesses. That's insanity. None of y'all should be, well, I'm just, in my humble opinion, right? You shouldn't be, a hairdresser, an accountant, a website designer, a teacher, a babysitter, a podcaster, an interior designer, or realtor. You're doing too much. Somebody put in the comments too much. You're doing too much. You do not want to do 20 things average, 20 things mediocre. You want to do 1, 2, maybe 3 things excellent, and diversify. You're doing too much. Come on, somebody. You're doing too much. That's the reason why you don't have the results. So some of you just need to actually build some of the streams that you actually have, right? And so the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. So I want to give action items and goals throughout the entire live tonight. I want this to be a teaching, learning live. Okay. So one of the things you guys are going to ask yourself, how many streams of income do you currently have? And then I want you to set the goal to just add one more. If you have 2 streams of income, can you add one more after I talk about it? If you have 3 streams, can you just add one more? If you have 1 stream, can you add one more? And give yourself a date. If some of y'all are bold on here, what's the date you're going to add your next stream of income? Is it March? Is it April? Is it May? Is it June? Is it July? Come on with the accountability, because I only talk to bosses. Come on, somebody. If you're a boss on here, put boss in the comments. Because I don't know about you, but my brand is a wealth building ministry, and I talk to bosses and change agents and people who have impact and influence, and people who are breaking generational cycles of poverty and are change agents. Come on, somebody. The people that the curse stops with them. They are the one that said, "Boy, it's going to end here because I'm a business owner. I'm a homeowner. I am wealthy. I do not live in poverty." Come on, somebody. We got to speak life. So I only work with bosses. I know if you're on here, you are a boss. So when are you going to add your next stream of income? Pick a date, guys. Pick an actual date. And if you're brave, put it in the comments. So number 1, the first thing I want you guys to do, come on with the bosses. The first thing I want you guys to do is set a goal. None of this is fluff. I'm telling you how you start to create wealth. Create a goal, meaning this extra stream of income. How much money do you want it to make you? Shout out to all my elite 10 people. I talk about the very first benchmark being $10,000 a month. Now, everybody's at a different stage. Everybody has different knowledge, skills, and experience. So this next stream, I want you to actually think about it, guys. If you don't plan it out, that's why people fail, right? So do you want this extra stream of income to be $1,000 a month, $500 a month, $2,000 a month? Be reasonable. What would this extra stream help you with? And be honest with you guys. Sometimes an extra stream of income is $500. That's a cell phone bill. That's an electric bill. That could be a car payment. That could help somebody. Come on, somebody. That can help, right? So set a goal. When are you going to add the extra stream? What is the extra stream going to be? I'm going to give you some ideas, like actual tangible ideas on this live. And how much extra do you want to make per month with this one stream? And you won't stop there, but we're starting with 1. You try to add 10 things at one time. That's a recipe for disaster. Now, the second thing, guys, is I want you to realize what works. Think about what works for you. Now, why am I saying that? Because what works for Les is not going to work for James. It's not going to work for Love. It's not going to work for Doc. It's not going to work for what's that? Soul Care, right? It's not going to work because I am somebody who's an educator, right? So I can do a workshop, a Zoom, an ebook, an online course. I can't do hair, do lashes. I can't do I can't, but those are not things that are in my expertise, right? Certain things are not going to work for me. So for some of these passive income ideas, because they're not based on my knowledge, skills, and experience. So I want you to ask yourself, what works for you? And the second thing is, what knowledge, skills, and experience do you have? What knowledge, skills, and experience do you have that can earn you money? Share with us. Like, do you write? Are you an author? Do you proofread? Are you a coach? Are you a YouTuber, a podcaster? What knowledge, skills do people come to you to bake? Like, what is it that people come to you for right now? What knowledge, skills, and experience do you have that you can monetize? Write it down. What knowledge, skills, and experience do you have that you can monetize, that people will pay you for, that will create value for your clients, your customers, your family, your friends, your community? Think about that, okay? The fourth thing is diversify. Right, come on, somebody. Hey, I love you even more. This is helping somebody already, guys, because y'all only want credit videos from me, but I gotta do some different things in 2023 because I need y'all to level up. The credit stuff is honestly easy. Y'all need the money to get the credit. You need the money to build the business. You need the money to actually invest in real estate. Like, can we be real tonight? Look, do I got permission to be real with y'all? Y'all don't even have credit issues. Y'all are all super intelligent and ambitious. A lot of times it's an income issue, right? Somebody got laid off. Somebody got sick. There was a death in the family. There was a divorce. There was a move. Expenses went up. A child went to college. A child got married. Like, can I be real, right? So a lot of times it's actually an income issue. We're going to start talking about some income. Who wants to talk about some money, right? And so diversify. Now, let me give you an example. All my elite 10 people remember this. And let me give you an example because I want to open up your mindset right here before I talk about the actual items, because that part is easy, right? Come on, somebody. Look, if you agree with that, put yes, right? It's an income issue. We need more money, right? And so this is where one time I'm very supportive. I'm super, I'm connected to my network, right? I'm somebody who always supports. I'm always going to events, even before I had my brand. And I remember I was invited to a literacy event one time, guys, real quick. I was invited to a literacy event. And it had nothing to do with like my actual, like I'm in credit and finance, but I went to support, right? It was a bunch of authors. And I remember that there was a woman, y'all. There was a woman and she had wrote a book and it was called Breathe. She wrote a book and it was called Breathe, right? And so I'm there. Look, y'all, I'm just trying to eat some snacks and network. I'm just there to support. I didn't think I was going to get anything from that event because it was totally left field for what I was doing at that time, right? But listen, don't get me to preach on here, but God is the best of all planners. God is the best of all planners. Because this woman got up and spoke and she planted a seed that did not ever leave me, that has helped me have my 20 streams today. So I'm gonna tell you what she said. She got up and she said, I wrote this book, Breathe. She was telling a little bit about the book. And then she said, and I've turned it into 10 streams of income. Now, y'all know me. I was like, look, she had my full attention. Look, I was, y'all know I'm goofy. For all the new people, hey, y'all, hey. I thought it was mid-cookie in my mouth. I was like, what? Forget this cookie. Look, I said, what? She talking about some butt. Like, what? I said, you wrote a book and it's 10 streams of income. I said that in my head. Look, mid-cookie. Y'all know when I'm on here. Like, sorry. All right, look. The people just want the information. I'm gonna get to it, right? So I need y'all to hear this. So she said she made 10 streams of income. So she got my attention. So she said, I wrote a book called Breathe. She said, and I made a t-shirt line, and I made a workshop, and I made a coaching program, and I made an ebook, and I do consultations on how to do your own book. And then she said she also did like a cruise or something like that, like where she did like a literacy event and had authors come in. And she had all these ways where all she did, and mind you, her book was still one stream. Then it was on Audible too. Guys, I need you to get this in your spirit. She did one thing. She wrote a book. That's it. And then she diversified the ways that she gets paid on that book. She leveraged that knowledge, skills, and experience. I need y'all to hear that. Nothing I do, please hear, nothing I say to y'all is fluff. It's all mindset, because now translate that to what you do. Think about me. I have a consulting firm. I am not a content creator. YouTube happened as a byproduct of COVID-19 and me having to take my clients. I used to see clients one-on-one, guys, right? I used to see clients one-on-one, if you don't know my story. And when COVID-19 happened, I had to go online. And in 2020, when I created Terri's Tips, I literally created my channel, guys, for people who needed help with their finances, personal and business credit. They were unable to invest in my services. It was my free give back to the community. So I'm like, if you want one-on-one help, you want high level premium help, then you can invest in my services, my coaching, my one-on-one sessions, my online course. But if you're unable, if you have $0 and 0 cents in the bank and you need help, guys, I'm led by the Spirit. I don't know what y'all thought this was. This is a wealth building ministry. How dare I not have something for free? So I built up this channel, which has what? like 700 something videos, all kinds of free content that people like charge tons of money for as what? My free resource for the community. And now what? My YouTube is monetized about $5,000 to $10,000 per month. This started off as my free giveaway. Well, that's one way I've monetized my consulting firm, right? So you figure I have my consulting firm, but I now have personal credit, I have business credit, I have workshops, I have my online course, I have YouTube, I have speaking engagements, I have where I do trainings, like, I have all these other streams. Now I have a team that also does strategy sessions. So I took my one thing, my consulting firm. I need y'all to hear this because some of y'all are teachers, some of y'all are coaches, some of y'all want to be coaches, some of y'all are authors, right? I took my one thing and I diversified it. That's it. I didn't say I'm a credit consultant and I'm about to do your hair and do your nails and do your taxes. I stay in my lane. Somebody put in the comments, stay in your lane. I stay in my lane and I diversify the thing that I'm an expert at. I need you to get that in your spirit. I diversified the thing that I'm an expert at. So instead of me doing 20 different things mediocre, don't do 20. Y'all are bosses on here. We already established that. I don't want to do 10 things okay. I want to do one thing and be an expert at it. Can nobody, listen, I'll go toe-to-toe with anybody about credit. And y'all know that because I work for TransUnion and I've been doing this since before social media was even a thing. So the one thing I'm an expert in, and I just diversified the way that I actually deliver it to the community. Okay, so I need you guys to think about that. If you have one thing you are known for right now, let's say you're a teacher. Well, ways to diversify that. You can have a curriculum you sell. You can have tutoring. You can have workshops. You can have an ebook, right? I'm going off the dome. Look, catch these nuggets. Catch the nuggets, okay, guys? So how can you diversify? And the last thing, right, I'm going to go over the actual ways, right? Then I'll recap this part right here because it's the mindset part. The last thing is be realistic and be flexible. Meaning if you start maybe, a online course and it's not going so well, be open to doing lives, be open to do one-on-one sessions, be open to make it an ebook that you sell first, right? And then relaunch the course, right? And so be realistic. If you're making $0 and 0 cents with that stream right now, don't make your very first goal going from $0 to 5,000. Maybe your very first goal is, okay, I have 0 clients per month now part-time. Maybe my very first goal was having 3 clients per month. And then once you get that underway, then your next goal is having 5 clients per month, right? So be flexible and realistic. So let me recap that part before I go into the items. Step number 1, I said is set a goal. How much money do you want to make with your extra stream? I also said your pre-step is how many streams of income do you have right now? And how can you add one and put a date to it? Nothing I'm saying is fluff, okay? And the second thing I said is what works for you? What are you currently known for? And what goes in that is what knowledge, skills, and experience do you have, right, that you can actually monetize? You want to diversify the passive wealth building vehicles because you live here on your job have. Yes. Y'all know I don't have my glasses on, right? I don't ever have my glasses on, right? What knowledge, skills, and experience do you have that you can monetize? And then diversify it and be realistic and flexible, meaning, like, guys, the essence of entrepreneurship, the essence of being a boss, the essence of being a wealth builder is that usually you're the first one doing it, right? And you try something. If it doesn't work so well, you adjust. It's not that's how you learn. Try, adjust until you get it completely right, okay? So adding the passive stream. So now so first of all, did that help you right there? Did that start jogging some memory, give you some ideas? Did that give you some context? You're like, okay, let me just think about how many streams I have one right now, and can I add just one? What knowledge, skills, and experience do I have right now that I could possibly monetize? And a higher level up, okay, good. The higher level up is think about what people come to you and ask you for. Think about, I've had people say to me, hey, I don't know what my gift is. And I'll say to them, what do people ask you for? Maybe people always ask you for advice. People ask you to help them with fashion. People ask you to help them with event planning. People ask you to help them with cooking, right? Like maybe there's something that you guys are completely missing, that you're over here working over here, and all your family, friends, and coworkers and neighborhood always come to you for one thing, right? So it's advice. So if it's advice, Brandy, then you may be a coach. You may be somebody who needs like a coaching business, right? And I can't do all the elite 10 right here, but what I will say, guys, is with things like coaching, things like a podcast, a YouTube, that's some of the things that are on here. A big mistake that I see a lot of people who are newer into like coaching and consulting firms that add that string door, even some seasoned people, to be honest with you, is I'll say, great, you're a coach. I love it. I love it. And I'll say, what do you coach on? And they'll say, I help everybody. I say, how do you help them? I do help them do a lot of stuff. Write this down. Who do you help and how do you help them? Who do you help and how do you help them? So think about it. If you are somebody who is a coach or a therapist or a counselor, are you helping teen moms? Are you helping people who are going through divorce? Are you helping people who are dealing with cancer? Are you helping people who are widowed? Are you helping people who are overweight? Are you helping youth that have single parent households or live in a bad neighborhood? Are you helping elderly people who are trying to adjust and take care of themselves? Who is your population? Y'all, I'm giving y'all some stuff, okay? Because you need to know who your population is, who you're actually helping, because that will help you determine what type of services you're going to have, how you're going to market them, how much they're going to cost. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're a coach and you have a $5,000 coaching program, which is 1,000% reasonable, right? Let's say you're a coach and you have a $5,000 coaching program, but let's say you're coaching teen moms. Do teen moms have $5,000? I need y'all to hear me. This is a whole brief Elite 10 thing in here, right? Real quick, right? Do teen moms have $5,000? No, so don't undercut yourself. Your program is worth $5,000, then get what you're worth, right? But this is where maybe you're not charging teen moms then. What you're doing is you're selling your coaching program to a nonprofit, to a business, to a YMCA, to a shelter, to a school system, right? Where a business is paying you for your program, and then you're able to deliver it to the teen moms for free because they don't have $5,000. I'm preaching better than y'all clapping. And y'all, everybody, please like it. Please share and register for my Zoom. I think I pinned the link. All right, so think about who you help and how you help them. I'm a YouTuber. I have a consulting firm, but I focus specifically on what? Come on, somebody. Was that a jam? That was a bar. I focus specifically on what? Entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, and investors. Now, do I have outliers? You're always going to have outliers, but that's my core audience. And then what do I focus on, guys? Wealth building. That's why you don't hear me talk about a whole bunch of red bottoms and Chanel and retail cards. You hear me talk about real estate and business credit in 6 figures. Why? Because it's not for this wealth building ministry. It's about building wealth and legacy and inheritance, not getting into debt, right? So I'm not telling you guys to go get your credit right and go get a Benz. I'm telling you guys get your credit right and go get an income producing triplex. And if you want a Benz, your triplex is going to pay for that Benz and also give you a surplus. Come on, somebody. So set a goal. Know what your streams are right now. Add one stream, pick a date, set a goal, look at what works for you, what knowledge, skills, experience do you have that you can diversify, be realistic and flexible. All right, so some passive income ideas. I'm going to shoot a bunch of ideas off to you. I'm going to do the numbers for some of them. Guess what? Catch these nuggets because some of these ideas are going to work for you, right? I'm not going to deep dive into every single one, but I want you guys to think about, like, there's a ton of options. This is the best time ever. So I put best. This is the best time. This is the easiest time ever in our history of the world to become a multimillionaire. Real talk. I think 6 figures is what, like $274 a day? $274 a day, I think it is, right? To actually make 6 figures. So do you have something that can generate $300 per day? The best time ever to become wealthy. You always want to think about value. Write that down. What value do you bring to your clients, customers, community, right? You're solving a problem, filling a void. Whenever you can solve a problem or filling a void, that's a win-win situation. Let me just say this real quick. It should never be, your business should never be where you're benefiting and your client and customer is not. Come on, somebody. Can I be real with y'all? Your business should never be where you're benefiting and your client or customer is not. A real relationship in any aspect is where it's a win-win situation. I have a consulting firm. I'm building legacy and wealth for my family, and I'm helping people. My whole entire brand is about helping other people get to their goal. So if somebody invests, $150 in a Zoom, and then the outcome is their mortgage pre-approval for $300,000. Are they mad about the $150 they paid for the Zoom? When somebody invests $1,300 for a strategy session and the outcome is a $50,000 a business loan, are they upset about the $1,300 that they invested? And mind you, that's the beginning because it keeps on paying you, right? So it's a win-win, right? My client or customer got to their goal, my community got to their goal, and I built my brand, right? And we rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So think about what value do you bring to your clients and customers? That's when it will be blessed. Look, that's the intangible. It will be blessed. You'll have longevity. And when you're an entrepreneur, I'm just gonna be honest with you, you are your brand. Your word, your word is bond. So that credibility will take you a lot of places, right? It will open up a lot of doors for you. So always think about what value are you creating for your clients or customers. All right, so some passive income ideas. A bunch of them I'm going to give you guys, okay? So first there's the money stuff, right? I'm not going to talk about a bunch of the money stuff, but obviously things like dividends, index funds, bonds, infinite banking, infinite banking, infinite banking. All of my self-employed entrepreneurs, and investors, you should be using infinite banking as a way to pay yourself back and be your own bank. I have multiple policies that pay me a ton. And when I started infinite banking, shout out to my financial advisor, Rashawn Howard. And I think I did a whole live with him one time. So maybe I'll pin that when I redo this. But if you don't know what infinite banking is, but I know when I started my business, I had a 401k, guys, with so infinite banking in a nutshell is a way to leverage a specific type of whole life insurance policy where it has a cash value, guys, and you can take the money out like 5 years, 7 years, like it accumulates way, like the money grows much faster than like a savings account or sometimes even like a Roth IRA. Like the money grows very, very quickly and you still keep the cash value of the actual policy. So it's a way to pay yourself back. So because I don't have 401k, because I'm a self-employed entrepreneur, I invest heavy in infinite banking so that I have money that is always working for me in the back end, and money I can always take out and still reinvest. So that's the high end stuff, right? Dividends, stocks, bonds, infinite banking. But guys, there's some other ways. Obviously, rental properties. Now, let me say this right here. You have to think about what you really think is passive. You have to think about what you think is passive, because even though obviously investing in real estate, right, is considered passive income, how many of y'all on here are investors and know that it's not that passive? You have to do a little bit of work, right? So you got to manage the property, manage your tenants, go through inspections, all those things. So that word passive is relative. Because I have some super passive ways on here also, right? So I'm going to go big, small, all over the place for you guys. So you think about how passive you really want this to be, how hands-on, and also how much money, right? Because there's nothing you can just sit back and do absolutely nothing, right? So obviously, investing in real estate, peer-to-peer lending. Peer-to-peer lending, write that down. This is almost sometimes even like being an angel investor, which I've done that also. So I won't do it on this live because we'll be on here all night. But I'll do another one if you guys want. I did a video on how to rent cars, right? And I talked about the Toro model. But anybody who's my elite 10, and shout out to Credit Leverage Lifestyle, my Wealth Warriors, I do peer-to-peer rentals. What does that mean? I rent cars, but I don't go through a platform like Toro or like what are some of the other ones like Get Around, all those things. I do peer-to-peer, meaning that I privately rent out my vehicles and I rent them out for a monthly rate or a weekly rate. So I don't do daily or hourly. So why am I telling you that? I created a system that works for me. I'm too busy. I'm not about to be in and out these cars, cleaning them and taking pictures and all those things every hour. I'm a single mother of 3. I have a consulting firm. I have a ton of things going on. I don't have the time for that. But I have multiple vehicles and it makes no sense for me. I can only drive one vehicle at a time. It makes no sense for me to have multiple vehicles and I can't drive them. So they're a source of income for me, but I do peer-to-peer. But peer-to-peer lending could be anything, guys. That could be clothes, that could be jewelry, that could be high-end purses, that could be that could even be like could be cars, like I do cars. That could be being an angel investor. So let me give you an example of an angel investor. Now, we don't have time on this live. Like I said, I'm going to give you some ideas on here. Remember, ways to get passive income in 2023. It's going to be different. Somebody's put the comments different. It's going to be different for all of you. That's why I'm giving you multiple ways, right? But this is where like being an angel investor, right? This is, I call it flipping your money. Meaning like, let's say, I have a friend who's a real estate investor and she needs, $50,000 down, right? Different. These $50,000 down for a property, right? To do like a flip. And she only has $25,000. Well, I got $25,000 liquid. So I may say to my friend, I've done this with some realtors, right? Like, there's a whole nother live where you want to go through your paperwork and all those kinds of things like that, right? But you may say to somebody, all right, well, I'll give you $25,000, right? So you'll have that $50,000. So you're investing, you're giving them $25,000. And you can say the payback, you can either do a dollar amount or a percentage or equity. Dollar amount, percentage, or equity. So you can say, I'm going to give you $25,000 and you need to pay me back $35,000 by XYZ date or $30,000 by XYZ date. What did you do? You grew your money. You flipped your money at a higher rate than just sitting at sitting in a checking account or savings account, which is literally like the worst thing to do you're losing money every single day. That's not how you grow your money. Okay. So you flip that money. You may say a percentage. You may say, so I'm going to give you $25,000 down for this flip, right? I'm going to help you with this property. I'm giving you $25,000 as an angel investor. But when the flip is done, you're going to give me 40% of the profits, or 20% of the profits, or 10% of the profits, right? Or equity, right? So you're going to have, sometimes you can even give people money. Actually, somebody from my coaching did this, where a friend needed money for, I think, a restaurant, and she helped them get the restaurant off the ground for a percentage of the company. Guys, some of y'all have liquid capital, but you don't know what to do with it. You have somebody over here who needs a food truck, who needs equipment, who needs, wants to open up a restaurant, wants to open up a daycare. Well, you guys can be creative if it's wise, right? With peer-to-peer lending, flipping your money, being an angel investor. That is a way for passive income, because all you do is write a check, and they're doing the work to actually grow it, and you're going to get a return. All right. Another thing is, content creation, social media. Y'all, I did a couple of videos of how my YouTube literally is like $5,000 to $10,000 a month, and I do it part-time. I upload brand new videos twice a day. How many of y'all know that hardcore YouTubers post every single day, some multiple times? I post twice a week. Twice a week. And now, mind you, all that income is not just AdSense, right? That's a combination of AdSense, clients, affiliate links, speaking engagements, right? But YouTube is hands down the number one referral source for my actual business. So all of you on here, what platform is it? YouTube? Is it Instagram? Is it TikTok, right? Content and social media. And mind you, that's free. That's free. You can batch your content on a Sunday and make content for the whole entire week. Now, you have to stay consistent with it, right? And it's even better if you have a product or service to offer. Come on, somebody. You're doing free content, and then you have an ebook that you're going to sell. And then as you do the free content, you offer the ebook. Now your ebook is $20, and you sell 5 a day, 2 a day. You sell 50 a month. Come on, somebody. Like, you just have to do a little tiny bit of work, and it keeps on paying, it keeps on going. So content creation, social media, that's also so I want you guys to even think about this, right? God, I can't even with a YouTube channel. So this is not, I'm giving you a number example. Let's say you get paid, what is it, like $5 for every what is it, like 100 views, like 1,000 views. Like $100 per $5, per 100 views. So 200,000 views would be like $1,000 a month, right? Did y'all get that? Did y'all get that? So basically, let me give you another dollar amount. Let me give you the $10,000 amount. Hold on. Guys, write down $10,000 a month. Write down $10,000 a month. You just need a product or service. Okay. So let's say you want to make $5,000 a month. Let's say you have say you're a coach, and you have clients that pay you $2,000. Well, you only need 5 clients, right, to pay you $2,000 a month to get to the $10,000. Let's say you do an online course. Let's say you do a workshop. Let's say you do a Zoom. Let's say you do, what else could you do? Let's say you do a seminar. Let's say you do an online summit. Let's say that online summit or course or whatever is only $200. Only $200. Well, then what do you need? You need 50 people to actually buy your course, your summit, your tickets or whatever to get to that $10,000 a month, because you have a $200 product. Let's go even smaller. Let's say you have a $25 product, and a lot of you guys do. Let's say you have t-shirts that are $25, hats that are $25. Let's say you have journals that are $25. Let's say you have book bags that are $25, right? $25 product. Well, how many people do you need? 400. You need 400 people to invest in that per month to get to your $10,000. So think about what service or product do you have? What service or product do you have, or can you create? And what is the price point? Somebody put in the comments the price, because when you set your goal and you said, I want to make $1,000 a month or $3,000 a month or $5,000 a month. Now we're getting somewhere, right? You have a goal. I want to make $1,000 per month. And then your next goal is, what your product or service is. So now you can actually calculate how many clients, customers, whatever you need, how many views you need to actually get to your goal. Come on, somebody. This is some real stuff. All right. So content creation, social media, having a YouTube channel, having even a podcast, guys, workshops, master classes. You guys can put them on Evergreen. Do y'all know what Evergreen is? If you know what Evergreen is, say yes. If you don't know what Evergreen is, say no. Do you know what Evergreen is? What is that noise? If you know what Evergreen is, say yes. If y'all, I think it's my boy. If you don't know what Evergreen is, say no. Okay, good. So let's say you do a Zoom workshop. Let's say you do a live seminar. Let's say you do a live workshop. You only did it one time. So let's say like even like this. Let's say that this is being recorded, right? So let's say you do a Zoom and you're just teaching people how to do Sunday dinner. You're doing teaching people how to get over marital, resolve issues in their marriage. Like it could be on anything, guys. It doesn't have to be finances. Whatever is the thing that's good for you. Teach people how to write, how to proofread, whatever it is, right? How to do their own taxes. You do some type of event and it's recorded. Well, guys, you can put that one event on Evergreen, which means that like you can actually like market it out to people and they can pay to actually watch the recording, and it pays you over and over and over and over again. Somebody put over. It pays you over and over. Think about like royalty money, right? Think about how people make a CD or a song, right? They made the song one time. They made the CD one time, right? But then every time it gets played, they get paid over and over and over again. Guys, y'all remember, y'all may not have, y'all, I'm gonna give you an example. I did a credit booster workshop. In June. The workshop was live. And then I recorded it. And then guess what? Some people will then put it on a system called Evergreen, where you ever see like those ads when you guys are on social media and it will say, attend my live masterclass. And then you guys just go ahead and click on it, and all of a sudden the masterclass is happening in 10 minutes. You think that content creator is just sitting there waiting to do that masterclass? It's pre-recorded on Evergreen. Now, my live Zooms are not, but I've had that before. So sometimes you can actually charge for the actual masterclass, or that actual masterclass is leading them to a workshop, a course, an ebook, or whatever, where people are actually investing. So my masterclass was actually free. I made it one time. Somebody put in the comments I made the masterclass one time. Then I put it on Evergreen. And on Evergreen, it just kept on replaying that same recording for anybody who wanted to attend that workshop. Now, people still got value because y'all know I teach on my workshops, right? One time. I made it one time. But literally, I would be sitting here and my email would say, $800 deposit, $800 deposit, $800 deposit, $800 deposit. Why? Because at the time, that course was like $797. So I'm rounding up, $800. Guys, the day that I did that booster workshop, where's my calculator? I think there was 35 people that invested. I'm telling y'all some real stuff. Can I be real with y'all tonight? 797 times 35. All right, so the night that I did that workshop, the course was $797. Now, mind you, creating value. Everybody who invested in that course has gotten a return. Meaning they invested $797. They got mortgage pre-approvals and business loans and credit cards, right? Because that's how I set up my business model. But I want y'all to hear the numbers. I did a workshop for like 1.5 hours. The workshop was free. Put it on Evergreen. But that particular night, I did the actual workshop. My course was $797. 35 people invested in the course that night. That means I made $27,895 in 1 hour. $27,895 in 1 hour. I'm not telling y'all no fluff. And what I did, I gave a free workshop and communicated the value. Y'all did not. Look, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. 35 people at $797. I think I had 444. So think about it. 444 people were on that workshop. And out of 444, 35 invested. That's about right. 400 people attended the workshop. 440 something. 35 people invested that night. $27,000 in an hour. And then the workshop is on Evergreen. It keeps on paying me. So I'm not saying this is not about me. I want y'all to realize that everything I'm saying on here is real ways to make passive income in 2023. You just have to think about what knowledge, skills, and experience that you have and how are you helping. I was solving a problem for them. They needed to increase their credit score. They needed to buy property. They wanted to transition into business credit. So I genuinely solved a problem for them. And then they wanted more help. So the people that wanted more help invested in the course. Did one workshop one time for an hour. Come on, somebody. I'm not telling y'all no fluff. All right, so doing a workshop or masterclass and putting on Evergreen. A book or ebook. Guys, you can have an ebook that teaches you how to, 10 workouts for at home, how to lose weight after having a baby, good food to eat on a fast, food to eat when you're a busy mom. Like, there's all kinds of things. That's why I said, what non-skills experience do you have? Guys, you can have an ebook that's $20 and sell your ebook on your Instagram, on your Facebook, to your email list, right? You made the ebook one time. Now all you're doing is communicating the value. We don't sell. We don't sell. We communicate the value and solve a problem and fill a void. So that's why we know who our audience is and we can solve a problem for them, right? So writing a book, doing an ebook, having a membership website, write that down. And I added to that having a membership website, having a Facebook group, a paid Facebook group, or having Patreon. Membership website, Facebook group, Patreon, right? So those are things where you guys know that I don't have monthly fees for any of my products. That's not my particular business model. Pause. Make sure you like this. Make sure you share this and register for the Zoom so I can give you a hands-on training for credit scores. All right, so I don't charge anything monthly, but there are plenty of places that y'all even subscribe to, right? I even have a couple of memberships on YouTube where I only pay like $3.99 a month or something like that to be part of a membership for another YouTuber, right? And I get like perks where I get like, lives and trainings and all those kinds of things. But think about that. That person who's a YouTuber who's only getting paid $3.99, the person I'm thinking about like in my head right now, she has like 100,000 subscribers. I'm about to do the math because I know not all 100,000. So let me see, $3.99. I think she might have like 65,000 people in her. She may have 65,000 people. That's a big number. Like 65,000 people like in her membership. That means she's making $259,350 a month. So what did she do? All she did was create a free YouTube channel, free for her audience, and worked that thing and created value and built it up to over 100,000 subscribers. And then she created a membership on YouTube where people only pay $3.99. Some people will pay that just because they want to support the content creator. Like I literally, because she's somebody who's created value for me, I've never even been in the membership. I pay $3.99 every single month just to support her channel. I've never even been in the membership before. So think about how many of me there are. That $3.99 is something that I'll invest to thank somebody for giving their time for their free content that has blessed me. She's making six figures off of people paying $3.99 a month. I'm gonna let that sit right there. Now, she did the work to build up her YouTube channel, but this is where you take that seriously. I went back to content creation and social media. All right. So membership was like, you do the same thing with Facebook. You do the same thing with Patreon. 100 people paying $10 a month is $1,000 a month. 100 people paying $10 a month is $1,000 passive per month. Come on, somebody. And even premium, right? If you have, let me see. Did I do another one on here? I already did the other example. All right. So an online course, guys. Online courses. Now, there's a ton of people, right, that have online courses. So think about what is your thing that you can help people with. I have my big course, Credit Leverage Lifestyle, but I also have what? How to buy a car in your business name. I have I Wish I Knew. I have The Power of One, which are mini courses, $97, $197, right? Still creating value, but I only create the course one time. I create the course one time. I've never recreated it. People invest in it all the time. Is this helping somebody? I want y'all to think that y'all may not be a content creator. Some other items on here, but if you're getting some ideas, right? So you can create a course. You can use websites like Fiverr, Fiv. What is it? ERR. Is it Fiverr? Guys, there's people making six figures on Fiverr. They're doing what? They're doing resume writing, ghost writing, freelance writing, making thumbnails, making flyers, editing, doing freelance writing. I mean, like you guys can use Fiverr for anything, website design. Like literally there are people making, thank you. This is helping somebody. Come on, somebody. This is helping you. Like it and share it. Guys, like there are people that are making six figures on Fiverr. And that's a freelance website. So what I would say to you is if you're not sure what you can monetize, go on to think about your knowledge, skills, and experience, and then go on to Fiverr and see what people are actually doing, like charging, right? And you got to start from somewhere. So just start doing, because you'll only get better as you do it even more, right? So doing freelances on Fiverr. Guys, affiliate links. Write that down. Write it down. Affiliate links. Guys, affiliate links is a six-figure stream for me. And I don't even have a lot because I'm so busy. I haven't monetized half of my affiliate links. You guys can, Amazon. right? All of you on here, you do not have to be a YouTuber, podcast, or content creator. Amazon has an affiliate program where if there's something that you personally like or use. Let's say you're a landscaper and a certain lawnmower. Let's say you're a hairstylist and there's a certain shampoo. Let's say you're a podcaster and there's a certain camera or lighting or whatever. Let's say you are a teacher and there's certain like supplies, right? Literally, Amazon has affiliate links where if there's something that you refer other people to buy, and they buy it with your affiliate link program, with your affiliate link, you get like a bonus or a kickback or a commission, however you want to say it, bonus, kickback, or commission. Guys, there are people that do not have a great big brand, and all they do is talk about the thing they always use, whatever it is. Let's say it's I don't know. Let me see about. So I have a lot of, even though I don't use them yet, y'all. Like this is a specific lens. It's for my Canon camera, right? So this is actually like a super heavy duty like lens for all my photographers. If y'all see this, and I have to talk about that in a second. But let's say I don't even have an affiliate link for this, guys. But I'm giving you an example. So let's say in the middle of every one of my videos or beforehand, or I have to post like, "Hey guys, if you like my content, this is my favorite lens. I like it because it's super portable and it's easy to use and it focuses really good, guys. If you're interested in buying this lens, then use my link below to go ahead and get this for yourself." And let's say they give me $100 every time somebody uses my affiliate link. Let's say 5 people buy per month. That's $500 passive per month. And all I did was recommend something I already use, something that I co-sign, something that I value. And all I did was offer it to my community, family, friends, network, coworkers, neighborhood, and explain why I like it and ask them to use my affiliate link. You can do that right now. You can do that with shampoo. You can do it with nail polish. You can do it with jewelry. Like literally, you can go to some of these companies' websites and they have affiliate programs or how to be a partner. Y'all are missing it. Like I can't do all 10 right here, but affiliate links is something you do right now that's super passive, right? And then even Amazon has their own affiliate program for like but I use Amazon. If you use Amazon, put the word Amazon. If you've ever used Amazon in your life, put the word Amazon in the comments. If you have ever used Amazon in your life, that means you ordered something from Amazon. You could really be making money by referring something that you already value and like. Now, I mean that, y'all, because word is bond. I only refer, come on, somebody. Like, I hope this is helping y'all. Like I only refer out things I actually use and co-sign myself, right? Like, I'm never going to like tell you guys, buy this lens and I never use it before and I hate it, right? Because your audience and your network, they trust you. Right? So no amount, come on, somebody, no amount of money is worth the trust of your community. So me personally, there are certain things I will recommend and certain things I specifically don't. Even certain lenders, y'all know I talk about, there's certain lenders I don't recommend. Why? Because I wouldn't do business with them. I don't think they're a good lender. I don't care how much money you're offering me. My audience, my credibility with my audience matters to me. So it has to be something that you already use, you value, right? And then you can make money just by referring it out and you genuinely believe in it, right? So affiliate links. Guys, renting out part of your house, right? Renting out a room, renting out the attic, renting out the basement. Guys, I have a realtor right now who rents out her basement for $700 a month. It's a finished basement with its own entrance to the outside, almost like an Airbnb. She has a single family home and she rents out her basement $700 a month. She's making $700 a month passive by using her current property. I'm gonna let that sit right there. All right. So some other things like, right? So being like a virtual assistant, right? That's something that could be some passive because something that could take somebody else 8 hours, you may be very skilled in. Come on, somebody. And you could actually do it like part-time or do it, once a week. Like my virtual assistant, I love my virtual assistant and I pay hefty for her. And she sits at home. She's a single mom, has a newborn baby, and she sits at home in the Philippines and does like my thumbnails and does like updates my funnels and helps me with my graphics. And all she has a laptop. We do everything via Zoom and she gets paid a nice amount. And she is a blessing to my whole life because she takes away some of the burden for me, right? And does things that I now can free up my time to run the brand, be a mother, like do these type of things, right? So a bookkeeper, even travel, guys, right? If you're somebody who travels a lot, say you put together group trips. I hope you guys get some ideas from this, guys. I'm not just rambling, right? So you can put together trips for like family reunions or maybe for weddings or destination things, and you charge for that, right? Ski trips, romantic trips, getaways, right? There are people that love to travel. They monetize their love for traveling. and they become a travel agent. Come on, somebody, they have a full-time job, and every Saturday they work on their travel business, and every Saturday, because of the clients they get for their travel business, booking trips for singles, trips for all inclusive, trips on a budget, high end trips, whoever your audience is, right? And they literally make a passive income, $1,000 to $5,000 per month by doing something that they love. Come on, somebody, right? So websites, thumbnails, also proofreaders, like there's people that get paid for proofreading, guys. Now super passive, right, is things like doing like surveys, right? So there's a lot of websites. So like I'm gonna ramble these off, right? Like Survey Junkie is a website that will pay you to do a bunch of surveys. Was it Swag Bucks? Is actually a website that will pay you to watch videos, that will pay you to play games. There's drop shipping on Shopify. You can sell clothes. Guys, you can freelance on Fiverr, also on Upwork. Write that down. Upwork. That's another website. Fiverr is one where you can freelance. Upwork is a website where you can freelance, where you can just market your services. I resume write. I ghost write. I do profiles. I do EPKs, electronic profile, electronic, what's it called? What's the EPK? Electronic, something kit, whatever. So you do profiles for people, you do bios for people, you do the wording for their website, guys. There is something out there. You have knowledge, skills, and experience that somebody will pay for, okay? You can also do, think about e-commerce platforms. Write that down. E-commerce platforms. Now, what is an e-commerce platform? E-commerce platform is like Etsy, like Shopify, like Amazon. I had to write these down because I have a service-based business, so most of my stuff is like on like Thinkific and Teachable and all those kinds of things. It's not on like, I don't sell physical products, but I looked at the websites for y'all because some of y'all have things, right? So Etsy, Shopify, Amazon, that you guys can sell things on. Now, for your online courses, if any of you guys, and we're going to wrap up soon, right? So I hope that this will help giving you some nuggets, right? And all these are things you can make anywhere from 1,000 to 10,000. I broke down the numbers. Maybe tomorrow, because I'm tired, y'all. I've been up since like 4 o'clock in the morning. Maybe I'll like put the number examples in the back in the comments. But guys, you can make an online course, and then you guys can put it on Teachable or on, what is the other one? Skillshare. Teachable, Skillshare. Like you can make your online course in like Thinkific is what I'm in. Kajabi is a good one, but there's actual platforms like was it Skillshare, like Teachable. There's even some universities and colleges, guys, that will pick up some things you guys are doing as like a curriculum or a course, and you did it you made it one time. You made it one. Maybe you're somebody who wrote a book and you self-published. Well, you guys put that in an ebook. You put it in a course, all the steps that you did, and you sell that. You made it one time. Passive income, right? So those websites, and guys, you can even sell photographs. All my photographers out there, look, photographers, stand up. Guys, you can sell your actual like images to, what is it, Shutterstock, to Getty Images, and get paid for it. Not even NFTs, like actual images. You can get paid for that. That's passive. You did something that you love, you put them on a website that will pay you for them, and that's it. And you can do it over and over and over again. What else was I going to say? I said answering surveys. You can even like rent out space in your property, guys, like a ton of different things. So let me recap. I can say these things over here. I said rental properties, peer-to-peer lending, content. All right, so let me go back to the 5 steps. So think about how many streams of income you currently have. Think about adding an actual stream. Put a date to it. Put a date to when you're going to add the extra stream, okay? Then think about setting a goal. How much do you want to make per month with this actual stream? What works for you, right? What knowledge, skills, and experience do you actually have that you can monetize? What do people ask you for now? What value can you create for your audience? Excuse me, for your clients, for your customers. Y'all, I'm sick. I done did a podcast today, a Zoom today, clients today, child. Think about diversifying and also being realistic and flexible, meaning try something and then try again. Try something and then try again if you need to adjust it. Now, guys, there's even people that pay for like you'll make a downloadable PDF about 10 tips when trying to eat healthy. At-home workouts for busy single parents, right? And you sell it for like $5 as a downloadable PDF. You can actually put that link in your social media tree, and people like download the PDF. You get paid $5 and $7. In the beginning, it may not be a whole lot of money, right? But as you build your platform, you build your knowledge. Well, think about 500 people paying you $5. People will pay $5 for something. Because if it's not that great, they're like, oh, I only paid $5. Y'all, I have high ticket items, right? So it's even harder because I have to really communicate the value, right? But if I had products and services that were like $20, think about it. My YouTube is 38,000 people. How many people would spend $19.99 for like an ebook. Come on, somebody, right? So I talked about dividends, stocks, infinite banking, bonds, high yield savings accounts, surveys, rental properties, peer-to-peer lending, being an angel investor. I talked about content, social media, podcasts, talked about workshops, master classes, putting them on evergreen, summits. I talked about writing a book or an ebook. I talked about membership websites, Facebook groups, YouTube memberships, Patreon. I talked about online courses, affiliate links, Amazon affiliate links. I talked about renting out portions of your property, right? Your attic, certain rooms, your basement. I also talked about using Fiverr for freelancing, doing like Survey Junkie, swag bucks for like watching videos, playing games, drop shipping with Shopify, selling clothes that you can even do on Etsy, Shopify, Amazon. I talked about e-commerce platforms, Upwork, Fiverr. I even talked about selling your courses on, besides selling them to your clients and customers, selling them to schools, school curriculums, to a Skillshare, to Teachable. And then I even talked about actually taking your images, guys, and selling them to like Shutterstock, Getty Images. Guys, I want you to think about anything that you do right now, you can diversify. If you are a teacher, you can tutor. If you are a coach for your job, you can do private lessons for somebody, right? Because you decide how much is actually passive and how much time you're going to put into it, what you really wanted to actually make. Some things are super passive, like making a course one time and then you don't have to make it ever again. Some things to do a little bit work, like renting properties, but you have to collect rent and pay taxes and all those kinds of things, right? So you think about what is your actual goal, right? What skills and experience do you have and how passive, right? How hands off do you want to be? All right, so I hope that helped you. Maybe not like y'all, I really am. I've been up since like 4 a.m. I'm about to pass out. But I have a commitment to you guys, right? And so that's that discipline, right? That I want to make sure that I got on here today and just gave you something because it's the beginning of the year. Oh, and the last thing, I forgot to mention this. I don't know how I forgot this, guys. When you're investing like in real estate, it doesn't have to necessarily always be properties, guys. Think about things that are low maintenance, parking lots, vending machines, and laundromats. Parking lots, vending machines, laundromats. Parking lots, vending machines, laundromats. Things that you can actually invest in. Come on, somebody, just help you that you can actually invest in, and it's a lower amount of like hands-on actual work, right? How much does it cost how much upkeep is it to have a parking lot? Guys, you see all these, where are my tri-state people, all my people from Philly, you see these abandoned lots, guys, where you buy one of these abandoned lots, instead of you paying all this money to put a property on there, you get it paved and you get it rezoned. Now you got a parking lot in certain areas of the city. You know how much parking is? There's people making 6 figures from small lots that hold 8 cars because they're in a good location. So the takeaway, guys, is that there's a ton of ways to make passive income. My goal for getting on here is, number 1, to have the conversation. Number 2, to give you some context to actually think about your personal situation and what you're actually trying to do. And number 3, to brainstorm some ideas so you guys can start thinking outside the box, right? I gave you some ideas, but you still think about what works best for you, because the essence of building wealth is multiple streams of income. The essence of being an entrepreneur is that you don't have to do it the same as everybody else. Create your own system. Solve a problem, fill a void, right? And the last thing I want to say to you is we're not meant to work and pay bills and die. I talked to you about how this author made 1 book one time and made 10 streams of income. My consulting firm, now I have 20 streams of income. How many of y'all know that I love what I do? I have a testimony. I'm not in credit repair. This is a wealth building ministry. That's why I teach a certain way, because looking good on paper, Jesus changed my whole life. Because I grew up in foster care. I grew up in group homes. I was a teen mom at the age of 17. And because I learned how to look good on paper, I bought my very first property at the age of 21 while only making $14 an hour because of credit. I'm not passionate about credit. I'm passionate about legacy, about inheritance, about wealth building, about breaking the cycle, about leading by example, about breaking the curses, about you being a change agent. I'm passionate about creating a different life for my sons. Because when they all told me, "Oh, you a minority, you a female, and you've been a teen mom, or you gonna be on welfare. You destroyed your life. Come on, somebody, with people talking that negative talking to you into your existence. You destroyed your life. You're going to be on welfare. You're not going to graduate from high school. You are going to be a bum. But God. Because then I ended up working at TransUnion and getting trained on bankruptcy laws, Fair Credit Reporting Act, compliance, debt collection. And I was able to purchase my first house at 21. Yeah, Black, female, teen mom, foster care, both parents addicted to drugs, group homes, but God. And I never looked back. I teach differently because I want people to realize that you don't use your credit for red bottoms and Chanel and jets. You can have lifestyle, but what we want to do is get our income producing assets first, because then your assets will pay for your lifestyle. But your kids are watching you. Jesus, it's the first time I'm on here. I want to say this to you, and it might hurt, but you need to hear it. Are your children? We're leading by example. We're telling our children and our brothers and sisters and nephews and nieces and our godchildren to know that they're multimillionaires and they can do whatever they want. Are they watching you dodge bill collectors or pick up rent? Are they watching you dodge bill collectors or pick up rent from tenants? Now, I'm just giving an example, but what I'm going to say is that, right, our youth are watching. They do more of what they see you do than what you tell them to do. You can say read. Reading is good. Reading is what multimillionaires are. Reading is good for your brain. And if they don't see you read, a lot of times your kids won't read. You have to lead. Step number one, before you can save everybody else, is leading by example and doing it yourself. And I don't fault you. They don't teach financial literacy in school. They don't teach it in college. They'll let you get $200,000 in student loan debt and will not teach you how to get a $10,000 business loan. But God, because when He created me, finances and God don't go together. That's a lie. And the devil is a lie, right? Because a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. It's scripture. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. So my mission is to educate and empower, because we didn't get taught it. So I don't blame you. You can't exercise something that you don't know, but now you know because you're connected to me. And when you know better, you do better. Come on, somebody. I don't blame you for not knowing up until this point. But when you know better, you do better. You are connected to somebody that my mission, God blesses me because I bless other people. Period. And none of the glory to me. It's because of Him. That's why I can't do this business without giving Him the glory. He saved me. He brought me Jesus. He brought me through some valleys. How dare I not tell my story and tell y'all why I'm so passionate about this, why I do this, why I talk like this about, why I get upset when people are scamming y'all and people are paying for credit repair for 2 and 3 years and you could have got your house in 90 days. Why am I like this about it? Because it will change not only your life, but your children's lives, your parents' lives, your great-grandchildren, and people are playing around with it. But looking good on paper changed my life. And you know what that means? That means that I'm only will have a testimony, and that means He'll do it for you too. I'm not any more special than anybody else. If He did it for me, come on, somebody. If He did it for me, He will do it for you. So I teach like this because I want you guys to get that it's a system to looking good on paper. And if you are wise, discipline, self-control, delayed gratification, and focus this system on getting income producing assets, you can live the lifestyle that you desire, the lifestyle that you deserve. You can make the vision that was in your head a reality. You can send your kids to school without them having student loan debts. You can retire your spouse. You can pay for medical care for your friend that has cancer. You can help your cousin get her house out of foreclosure. You can have a scholarship fund for your church. You can pay for your parents' house so they don't have to worry about bills on a fixed income. I don't know what y'all thought we were doing here. This is a wealth building ministry. And if you're on this live, if you're under the sound of my voice, that means you're the one that was called to do it. If you're under the sound of my voice, that means you were called to break the cycle. You were called to break the curse. You were called to be the change agent. There's nobody around you for you to ask. You can't ask them how to build wealth because they don't know. You're the one that has to learn it on your own. Yup, it's going to be lonely, but you were called. Now what you going to do? You going to answer the calling, or you just going to say that's too hard? You're here for a reason. You were called to break the cycle. And now you're getting information. The next thing you have to do is actually execute. But I need you to change your mindset about this. When I bought that very first house, guys, it was my belief house. This is before social media. I didn't do it for the gram. There was no gram. Didn't do it for the likes. Didn't do it to be monetized. I did it because I was in foster care, Jesus, in group homes. And I was a mother at 17. And I said, my son will not grow up like me. I said, my son will not grow up like me. But God, you gave me something to live for, and I will cherish it. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that he has a good life. When I bought that first property, it was about stability. I wanted one address, one place that we could call home, because that's something that I never had. Sometimes the thing that was meant to break you is actually going to be the thing that motivates you to greatness. It's the thing that is going to be your reason why. See, the enemy thought that making me a teen mom was going to add on top of all the odds and break me. But he's turning it around for your good. Come on, this is for somebody tonight. But he turned it around for my good. But he turned it around for my good, because when I found out I was going to be a mom instantly, I said, I got to graduate from high school. I have to change my ways. I have to get on track, because he didn't ask to be here. The thing that was meant to break me ended up being my biggest motivation. My son saved my whole life, because I was on a road of destruction. I was angry. I was mean. I was mad at the world. I was mad at God, because I had been bumped around, and I had just a horrific, like, I don't know what to say. Like, my upbringing was I had a lot of challenging times. But God, the thing that was meant to break me ended up being my reason why. So when I got that very first property, it was like a light bulb. People will give me things if I look good on paper and pay it back, because I don't have mommy to ask. I don't have daddy to ask. Don't have a husband. Don't have brothers and sisters. Don't have any family. It was me and my son. Guys, this is a wealth building ministry. Creating wealth is about getting these extra streams of income. So what do you do next? Now you know that you're called. If you're on this live, you're called. And you may not have anybody else in your circle to ask how to do it, and that's okay, because you're going to figure it out on your own. Because when you know better, you do better. Amen. So take the information, go through the steps, execute. If you need help with your credit, register for the Zoom so we can do the technical part. And then you go ahead and you be the trendsetter, and you lead by example. And once you elevate yourself, the very last part, once you elevate yourself, the very last part is that you reach back and you help somebody else up through the valley. Just because, not for any money, not for because it's the right thing to do. Because he saved you. You learned the system. You crawled out the valley. You overcame that obstacle. And so you go ahead, come on, somebody, pay it forward. Show your children, right? And you reach down and you help somebody else who wants to be helped, just because it's the right thing to do. I'm going to say this for somebody. Are you the same person in the light that you are in the dark? Don't be holier than thou in the light. In the dark, you won't give somebody money for lunch. You won't pay for somebody's gas bill. Like, if you're not able to, that's something different. You'll learn something. You won't teach anybody else. Together we're stronger. We got to break that. We got to bind that up when we don't want to share information. How many of y'all know that I share everything on my channel? I share everything. Why? Well, if I share everything, they won't invest in services. But God, because I said share everything. Because if I create value for you here, my blessings come another way. Because why? I planted a seed. It's a harvest. And you do the same exact thing. But don't be, I help in the light, and in the dark. Be the same person in the light that you are in the dark. Amen. All right, y'all. So I hope that helped you. If that helped you, put the word help in the comments, right? This is off the dome. I want to give you guys some ideas. I'll post this and you guys go ahead and like play it back. Probably tomorrow because I'm actually still like a little bit sick. Register for the Zoom if you need help with business credit and personal credit. I'm going to teach you. It's not a seminar. It's not pre-recorded. It's not a web class. Yes, I have an online course, but I'm going to actually train you on that actual Zoom. So if you need to get your personal business credit scores up, then go ahead and invest that and put it together with this so you have the money to actually invest and make the plan work. Amen. All right, guys. I love y'all. Have a super amazing night on purpose. Pay it forward and be the same person in the light that you are in the dark. Amen. All right. Good night, guys.